one, FriLi.
Well, good afternoon. I'm Lili Road-Gheysens, and I'm an art therapist and expert patient. I don't know if you know what it is. It's that the government recognized me as a patient who knows what she's talking about, globally. I'm really pleased to be with you today, and thank you for the invitation. We'll talk about chronic pain as, well, it is one of the hidden barriers to healthy longevity. So what does chronic pain mean? Chronic pain is a pain which lasts more than 3 months or which keeps coming back, and it does not always have a structural cause, and I'm going to focus on those pain which does not have structural cause. Well, they have a tremendous impact on patients. It triggers higher mortality rates, a reduced ability at work, and an impaired quality of life. It has also an impact on society as a whole, as it generates extra costs for the healthcare system and for society as a whole. Well, 1 in 5 people worldwide, and we've heard that number already, suffer from chronic pain. But that's not the worst part. 70% of them estimate that their care is not appropriate and is inadequate to them. Another number, in France, only 3%, you hear me out, 3% of the people suffering from chronic pain will have access to a chronic pain management center. Do you think it's normal? Well, it's not. However, chronic pain remains under-recognized, and we talked about that already earlier today. Research funding limited. Well, imagine now if those millions of people could find a lasting solution after years and sometimes decades, and I'm moved when I'm mentioning it because I was one of them. Find a solution after years of searching for answers. Well, one of the solution could be FriLi. It could be your companion on the journey. It could be the pain management center right in your pocket. FriLi is a structured program with multidisciplinary workshops. It is also a safe and supportive community because it's very important to know you're not alone and to feel supported. And also a preventive lifestyle approach. When you're going to tell me what's the difference with some other apps? Well, FriLi is different because it is based on research, and we are focusing on the MBC method. And then we're not just tackling the symptoms. We're not just trying to help people manage their pain. We are also striving to assess the root causes of those chronic pains, because I remind you of the fact that it did not have any structural cause, while lightening the mental load, while overcoming the fear of movement, and while rewiring the brain. Thanks to notably to the PRT, pain reprocessing therapy, I work with Dr. Schubiner from the United States on this program, where 70% of the people report that, well, they do not feel pain, or they just feel little pain after completing the program. Well, what are we currently doing? Well, many things. We are pretty busy. We are trying to see how to, because it starts with the MBC methods and it starts with books and research paper I've published. So we're trying to see how to enhance the benefits of this book while putting it into a mobile app. Then we are also building our MVP. We got some financing from the French government. And we are building our teams, so we are searching for a CTO. And then we are in search of funding. Well, we are negotiating right now with seed investors, and also we just launched, but I'll talk to you about that later on, we just launched our Ulule campaign, crowdfunding campaign. Well, our business model is scalable. Indeed, the idea is to build partnership as far as preventing chronic pain. We are also directly addressing the patients, but the main part and what's very important to me is training and working hands in hands with healthcare professionals so that they could integrate freely into the care pathways. FriLi is not just an app, as I told you, and the idea with FriLi Healthcare is to create an international ecosystem where we would deal with chronic pain and ED, eating disorders, from children to the elderly. Because we're dealing here with longevity. But, and again, I'm totally, I agree with some of the speakers we heard, like longevity, having a healthier and longer life, doesn't start when you're already old. It starts when you're a child with good habits. We are working with the International Scientific Advisory Board. We've been recognized by several incubators as a startup that needs to be followed. We've been awarded with prizes for therapeutic innovations, and the press is starting to look a little bit into what we're doing. So why are we the right team for this? Well, because we have expertise, we have experience, and as I hope you see, enthusiasm. It's not my main job. I'm a teacher, I'm a professor at the University of Lille, and all this I'm doing it on my free, which is not free anymore, on my free time. So the enthusiasm and the will to make this project move on, I have it, and the rest of the team has it too. And the testimonies of our users and patients speak volume. Of course, I have more than that, but it shows you that it can work. Well, what are we seeking? Mostly mission believers, people that will help us connecting, help us developing, help us be visible. We're also looking for seed investors, because as I said, the French government financed the pre-seed part of our MVP. We're also looking for institutions and healthcare professionals who will recommend and help us make FriLi go through for clinical testing. And as well, you can scan the QR code, which is right here, if you want to help us with our crowdfunding campaign. There's no such thing as a small contribution. So if you want to contribute to the project and see more about FriLi, then you can scan the QR code there. The campaign is available not only in French, it's available in French, English, German, and Dutch, and so will be the mobile app. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I will gladly answer to them. And again, if you're a mission believer, and if, as I do, you think that chronic pain sufferers and ED sufferers need and deserve better care, then help us and follow us and contribute to our projects. Thank you.
Could you just explain more about exactly how you envisage this working for say, a person who's suffering from chronic pain? So they would download your app, they would get some lifestyle advice and whatever from the app or so, but then are you also how would they take that further then to get help from your program?
Well, first of all, as I said, right now, well, most of the time, doctors or surgeons tell the patients to go and we can download the app right now, but you can access the workshop on our website. So you scan a QR code in the book and you access the program. There's workshop like in art therapy. I can come back with. Sorry, can you put up the slide again? It's easier. I wanted to stick to the 5 minutes, so. Well, there's, in the first part when we're talking about mind, here we go. It's this slide, I was really quick on it, but. It's coming. Come on, there we go. So the first part you have all, which is expressive writing. So here we're in line with Dr. Sarno, who's dead right now, but he left a huge legacy on chronic pain, and he used to say that chronic pain, which had no structural cause, was a third trauma, past traumas, a third stress, and a third personality traits. So the idea of the pot mind is to work on those things through expressive writing, art therapy, emotional freedom technique, meditation. So all those things which can help you overcome those traumas, those stress. Then the second part is to work through walking, yoga, physical activity, breath work, to help the body move again. Because when you're in pain, you don't move, but because you don't move, you're even more in pain. So the idea is to help with this part. And then connection is where you rewire the brain, because it has been proven that the pain is a danger signal. And the brain cannot make any difference between a psychological danger and a physical danger. So in our case, when we're suffering from chronic pain, he's sending danger signals all the time. But they will be different according to how your brain will interpret them. For example, the surgeon with whom I'm working used to say, well, he's still saying, well, when I see some elderly, when they come on Monday and like the great children just left, they say, oh, it's going to be a tough week, it hurts, blah, 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 blah. When they see them on Friday, they are full of energy, they wash their house, and they are ready to play soccer during the weekend. But they have the same body. So what's changed is what's in their mind at that moment. Am I answering your question?
So I start asking for questions, now I'm going to ask for no questions, so we can get back on track. But we're going to have time during the cocktail thing. So next one's going to be Maven. So Maven Health, and after that it's going to be Memory Garden.